Hi, welcome to Purnanda Yoga. This class is going to focus on opening, stimulating, and balancing our first chakra, which is at the base of our spine. And when it's opened and balanced, it helps us feel secure and safe and gives us a sense of belonging. So let's have fun with this today. Go ahead and take a nice seat, an intentional seat always when you begin your yoga practice. So as you sit today, let the base of your body, the tip of your spine start to settle down into your mat. We're going to allow it to settle down into the earth. So this root chakra, Muladhara, actually governs the legs and the feet. So let's go ahead and let the legs and the feet and the base of your spine feel heavy. We're going to take a mudra with our hands that help to focus the energy in this root chakra, this first chakra. So you're going to curl all your fingers together and then release the pointer finger and touch the pointer finger to the point of the thumb, and then rest with your palms down on your knees or your thighs. Go ahead and close your eyes if that's comfortable, or gaze gently down at the earth. And just start to notice with your eyes closed, it allows you to go within, start to really connect to the way your body's feeling as you sit here connected to the earth. So I like to visualize my tailbone lengthening and stretching down actually into the earth, reaching down, stretching long into the earth energy, which is stable. It's warm. It's a warm red earth color. It's a safe, secure energy. So allow the tailbone to stretch all the way down into that earth energy. With your inhale, just bring that energy up into the body, all the way up along the spine, up into the neck, into the crown of the head. Lift the crown of the head a little away from the base of your spine, so your spine is nice and long. Notice your shoulders, take them down away from your ears. Allow the belly to soften. Allow the forehead to soften. And start to notice the breath. Every inhale, see if you can visualize that strong, warm, secure, safe earth energy moving up from the base of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head. As you exhale, let your energy to settle down, your awareness and your energy to settle into the base of the body as it settles down into the earth energy. So just allow the breath to flow with that awareness of the energy from the earth moving up into the body, giving you that sense of belonging, of security, of safety, of groundedness. Grounded in your own body. A few more breaths here, using your power of visualization to be aware of the energy, the earth energy, moving in the body. Go ahead and release that mudra and bring your palms together in front of your heart. You can bow to your heart, and we'll take a moment, as we always do, to begin class by remembering the 5 things you're most grateful for right now. Bring them into your heart, filling your heart and your space with a sense of gratitude. Go ahead and release your hands now. You can rest them on your thighs. Now we're going to move into our pranayama exercise. This morning, we're going to be doing Shivananda breath. So it's a comfortable breath. You're going to be breathing fully, extending the inhales and the exhales. And at the top of the inhale, you're just going to pause. And at the bottom of the exhale, you're going to pause. It's called Shivananda breath, a comfortable breath. So you're going to breathe in and fill the lungs comfortably, not straining, and do the same with the exhale. So let's go ahead and close the eyes again and start your inhale. I'm going to let you bring the inhale as long as you can until it's comfortable in your body, and pause. And then do the same as your exhale. Let you move through your Shivananda breath at your own pace. Slow, full, long inhales and exhales. Check those shoulders. Make sure they stay away from your ears as you move through this comfortable breath, Shivananda breath, very grounding breath. Let's do 2 more. And go ahead and open your eyes. So this root chakra, our first chakra, Muladhara, at the base of our spine, governs our legs and our feet. It helps us to feel grounded when it's open and balanced. So we're going to help that by giving ourselves a foot massage. When's the last time you did that? Gave yourself a foot massage. So let's start with the left foot. And if you're comfortable cross-legged like this and you can get to the bottom of your foot, just start to press onto the sole of the foot. Just start to feel right in the meaty part of the foot. Just start to see how your foot is feeling. And then to wake the foot up a little bit, I like to use my nails a little bit on the bottom of the foot. So you can bend the knee like this to get to the bottom. And I'm just using my fingernails to just gently stimulate the bottom of the foot. Stay right in the center of the foot for now, in the meaty part of the foot, but go along the outside as well as the inside of that part of the foot. How does that feel? Kind of good. Now, take the nails and go into the heel of the foot. You don't often get to the heel. Notice right at the very front of the heel how that feels. Go along the outside. And then without the nails, just start to press along the bottom of the foot now, all the way up, starting to get right below the toes. So try and broaden the foot a little bit as you do this. Just move the way it feels good to you. Then let's take each toe and just, you can use both of your hands, the fingers on the bottom, the thumbs on the top, and get through the good massage that big toe. Go to the second toe, do the same thing. The third toe, all up and down the toe. Give it a good massage, wiggling it and rubbing it, squeezing it, and then go to the little toe. Feels pretty good, huh? Yeah, then go ahead and take your thumbs on the top of the foot And just rub along the top of the foot. Give it a good massage. Moving the fingers, the thumbs in circles feels good to me. The last part of the foot we're going to get to is where there might feel some tenderness, tend to hold a lot of tension. Open the foot, so the side of the foot right below the big toe. Just massage along that. It's in the arch part of the foot, the sole of the foot, arch part of the foot, right along the side of it. Just move your thumbs up and down there and see how that feels. Giving it a nice massage in there. Stop where you feel a little bit of maybe stickiness, painful a little bit, and try and massage that out, wiggling the toes as you do it. And then go ahead and release that foot down and just see how it feels. I think the other one needs a good massage now too. Hopefully that feels good. Stimulating the feet will help you feel more grounded, get into your feet. So let's go ahead and take the right foot now and let's do the same thing. Let's just start with pushing the thumbs along the sole of the foot, right in the medius part of the foot. And then go ahead and turn the foot, bend the knee, and use your nails now. Do the same thing, going along. The foot may feel completely different than your left foot. This foot feels a lot more sensitive to me this morning. So go ahead and use the nails up and down the center part of that foot. And then move the nails to the heel. Get into the heel, all along the side and the back and the front of it. Just stimulating all those points in the heel. Then go ahead and take your thumbs. We're going to move to the top of the foot now, all along the top of the foot. Gentle massage with those thumbs, having the fingers, other fingers on the bottom of the foot, all the way up to the toes, back and forth along those sensitive areas on the top of the foot. And then let's just move to the big toe. So you're using both your hands, the thumbs on the top, the fingers on the bottom, giving it a good massage, tugging a little bit. You go to the next toe, do the same thing, a little love. And then the next toe, we're on the third toe now, your middle toe, then your fourth, and then your fifth. Good. Massaging that nicely. And now go ahead and let's move to that. It's the inner arch here, right below the big toe. Just move your fingers up and down along that inner part of the sole of your foot. There's some really interesting, sensitive points in there. I like to wiggle my toes when I'm doing it. Try and release some of that energy along in there. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead and just sit for a moment now, feeling how the feet feel. Rest your palms down. Always have to close your eyes if you really want to feel what's going on in the body. You're feeling a little energized in your feet, helping that Muladhara, our first chakra, to open up, stimulated and balanced. So let's go ahead and take ourselves onto all fours now. We're going to move through our cat cows. So go ahead and get your shoulders right above the wrists, spread your fingers nice and wide, get the knees right underneath the hips. Nice stable position for the spine. Our neutral position, toes are pointed. And then as you inhale, you want to look up, gently take those shoulders away from the ears, lengthen the belly and let it soften here. And then as you exhale, let's round everything, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Inhale, look up. Lengthen that belly. Exhale, round everything. Tuck the tailbone, chin, round the back of your heart, broaden your shoulders. Another big breath in, looking up, lengthening, releasing those shoulders away from the ears, and then round everything. Inhale, big breath, look up. This time you might want to swish those hips back and forth a little bit, just feeling how the side body's feeling. Exhale, round everything, and this time nod and shake the head at the bottom of the exhale. 2 more like that. Inhale, looking up. Swish those hips. Exhale, round. Nod and shake the head. 1 more. Big breath in. Just feeling how that spine's feeling and how the hips are moving. Exhale, round, nod and shake the head. Beautiful. Now keep our arms and our legs right where they are and just stretch the right leg straight back. Curl the toes under. So we're going to get into the legs a lot today, the legs and the feet, since that's what governs that's what the Muladhara root chakra governs. So curl the toes under. We're stretching through the calf. Should feel nice and nice stretch through the calf. And then go ahead and lift that leg straight up. The toes are down, your hip level with that leg. Nice strong leg, heels stretching back. Find a gazing point, lift your core up, stretch your left arm straight forward, stretching your left fingers away from your right heel. You got to engage the core, find a quiet gazing point that'll help your balance. Steady your breath. Go ahead and release the left hand and the right knee and just pause here. So stabilizing some of the muscles in the legs. Now take the left foot back. Now the toes are curled under on the floor so you can get a nice stretch through that left calf. Breathe into that. Steady your breath. And then lift that leg straight up. Toes are down, hip level with the leg. Gather up your core, gaze softly, steady your mind, and take the right arm forward, stretching the right fingertips away from the left heel. Breathing steady, steady gaze, steady mind. Go ahead and release the hand back and go ahead and take the knee back to the earth. Beautiful. Take the hands now to the top of your mat. Spread your fingers super wide. Check those wrist creases. They're parallel with the top of your mat. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up into a modified dog. I love to start this way so I can really open up my sacrum and charge up my arms. So grip all 10 fingers and take your heart back towards your knees, which are bent a lot. Let the head dangle. Feel like you're opening your armpits. You're focusing on those fingers and charging up the muscles of the arms. Rotating the elbows in a little bit. That'll open the shoulders away from each other. Nod and shake the head. Up on the balls of those feet. So your sacrum is open. You're taking the heart back. You're breathing. Breathing. Nod and shake the head. Beautiful. Now go ahead and drop the right heel down. Any amount. Staying up on the ball of that left foot. Keeping the focus on those fingers. Gripping. Stretching through the calf again. Real focus on our legs today and our feet. Come up with the ball of that right foot and drop the left heel down. Stretching through that calf. Beautiful. Breathe. Now up on the balls of both feet. And you're going to walk your feet up to the top of your mat. You're going to come up to your hip width apart. It's 2 fist width. Toes are turned in just a little bit. And then let everything hang. Grab your elbows so you can hang in your head, reaching towards your mat. Now ground your feet, ground your heels firmly. There's a slight bend in your knees because I'm sure your hamstrings are a little tight still. So slight bend in those knees, ground your heels. And now think of lifting your sitting bones up. This will allow you to stretch those hamstrings safely. So you're grounding your heels and lifting the sitting bones. Beautiful. Those elbows are hanging. There's no tension in your neck. Nod and shake the head. Beautiful. Now release the arms and you're going to sit like you're sitting in a chair. Lift those toes up, sit way back and take the arms up. If that's too much on your back, you can take them just directly in front. If you can stretch them up, great. Sit way back. Sit like you're sitting in a chair. Your feet, your toes are up. That'll help you really find your feet and your legs. Breathing, lift your core up, tuck your tailbone. That'll help any stress on the lower back. Breathe, big full breath. Exhale, come all the way up. Stand tall in Tadasana. Feel those legs. Your toes are still lifted now. Gently release them down to the mat. Close your eyes and stand tall here. Big full breath. Big inhale. Exhale, hands come in front of your heart. Then inhale, reach up and back, slight back bend. Exhale, release all the way down. Bend the knees as you come down. As you inhale, you're going to step back to your downward dog again. Feet are hip width apart, the back of your mat. Your knees are bent slightly, and both heels are now reaching towards the earth. Any amount. Your hands are still charged up, gripping all 10 fingers. Your head is nice and loose. Your core is engaged. Now lift your right leg straight up behind you. Now gather up that core and bring the foot right between your hands. Beautiful. Now the knees right above the ankle, and the left heel is stretched straight back. You're stretching now through this quadricep on the left side. So breathe into that. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Now drop that left knee, uncurl the left toes. Now you're getting into the psoas on and the groin on the left front thigh. So breathe into that. The breath will help you release the tension out of that thigh. So take your breath there. Now take your hips right back above that left knee and scoot the right heel forward. Good. Now ground the right heel and lift the toes straight up. We're getting into our hamstring now. Lots of hamstring love today. So toes up. Now take your heart towards your toes and let the head release. No tension in the neck here. We're trying to focus on stretching through this hamstring. So ground the heel and breathe. Breathe into that back of that right leg. Allow it to soften. And then we're going to gracefully come back to all fours. This time we're going to stretch into a plank. So get your shoulders above the wrists, stretch your legs straight back. Right now, heels are back. Your feet are hip width apart. For a solid plank, you want to take your heels back, engage those legs, and then lift your core up and dome your shoulders wide apart, dome behind your heart, and breathe. Your shoulders are right above the wrist. Core is engaged, heels are back. Crown of your head is stretching away from those heels. And breathe. Steady, full breath here. Your big inhales will bring you energy. Steady gaze will quiet that mind. Now go ahead and drop your knees down. Bring your heart between your hands and then flatten your belly into a baby cobra. So all 10 toenails are on the earth. The feet are connected to the earth. Hands are back by the center of the chest. Check your elbows back by your hip bones. Lift the hands off just a little bit. And I'll stretch the crown of your head again away from your heels. And breathe. Go ahead and release your hands back to the earth. And you're going to stretch yourself back up to a long downward dog. So grip all 10 fingers again. Bend the knees slightly. Take the heels down towards the earth. Go ahead and release that neck. No tension. Engage the core always. And now lift the left leg straight up. Find your core and swing that leg up in between your hands. Keep the knee right above the ankle on that left knee and keep the right heel engaged. Stretch it back. You're stretching to the front of the right thigh now. So allow that to lengthen. Breathe into it. And then drop that back knee. The right knee's down, uncurl the right toes. Shoulders away from your ears as you lean forward a little bit so you get more of a stretch right in this front right thigh in the groin area where our psoas muscle lives. So allow that to soften with your breath. Keep your core engaged always here. They'll keep your alignment. Steady your breath. Your exhales allow you to let go of what you don't need, including any tension in that thigh. Breathe it out. Now take the hips back so they're right above the right knee, and then scoot that left heel forward, giving your left hamstring some love here. So toes are straight up. Now you're going to take your heart towards your toes and let your head release. Well, lots of hamstring love today, trying to release this muscle, which will tend to pull on your lower back if it's tight. So we want to always try and give our hamstrings some love every day. Allow them to soften. Take your breath there. Exhale out any tension. Beautiful. Now come back to all fours so we can stretch back to a plank again. So line it up, shoulders right above the wrists. Stretch your legs long. Take those heels back so you can use your legs. Use their strength. Shoulders above the wrist. Lift your core up. And then dome behind your heart. Find your steady breath. Your crown of your head is stretched away from your heels. You're straight as a plank. Solid legs here, solid connection to the earth. Breathe. Big, full breath. Keep your mind present. Feel your strength here. Feel the connection to the earth energy here. Use it. Then drop your knees. Bring your heart between your hands. This time we're going to move into a Sphinx. So bring your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Have all 10 toenails on the earth. And now go ahead and wiggle that tush. You want to have no tension right now in the tush. Bring the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen the belly. Lengthen the lower back. Close your eyes now. Find your stillness. Find your breath. Allow your heart to open here. As you release those shoulders away from the ears, see if you can soften behind your heart, right in the middle of those shoulder blades where you hold lots of tension. Allow it to soften. Take your breath there. Softening there will help you open your heart. Always a good thing. Go ahead and release down now and push yourself to all fours. And then stretch yourself into a downward dog. Stretching nice and long after that beautiful heart and opener back bend. And then you're going to tiptoe those feet up to the top of your mat, hip width apart. Let yourself hang for a moment and then uncurl. Oh, we're going to sit in our chair again. Sit back in our chair. So lift those toes up. As you sit back, that'll help you get into your heels. Sit way back in the chair. Arms come up, forward or up, and breathe. Find your breath. Sit way back. Sit way down. Feel your strength of your legs here. Let them charge up. Feel the connection of your feet to the earth. Breathe. Steady, full breath will give you energy. And then release from that. Come all the way up. Stand in Tadasana here for a moment. Breathe fully. And then you're going to turn to the long side of your mat. And we're going to step into Goddess, another great Muladhara root chakra asana. So step pretty wide with your feet. Turn your toes open. And you're going to sit down into a nice squat here, tracking your knees along the angle of your feet. That's important. And bring your hands together in front of your heart. Tuck your tailbone. Let your shoulders release. You can close your eyes or gaze at the earth. Find your strength from your breath. Sit low. Steady your breath. Keep opening those knees wide. Firm grounding of the feet. Couple more breaths. Grounding, balancing that root chakra, sense of security and belonging. And then release, stand back up. Beautiful work. Go ahead and stretch those feet together, step those feet together. Stand tall here in Tadasana. Feet are hip width apart. Just close your eyes for a moment. Find your breath. And then let's go ahead and find a way down onto our mat. Should have a block handy. So go ahead and stretch yourself out into Savasana. Go ahead and stretch into Savasana. You want to have your feet as wide apart as your mat. Have your palms up. And then stretch those heels away from your hips. Allow the lower back to lengthen a bit here. Let the head settle, let the hips settle. And then scan from your toes all the way to the top of your head. And just let everything go here. Scan for any places that you're gripping. Allow them to release down into this earth energy, which we're focusing on connecting to today. The earth is an element of our root chakra because it's that grounded, secure, safe energy that we're tapping into, which allows us to balance and open this very important energy center at the base of our body. Allow the whole back body now to sink down into that earth energy. Let it go. The earth will hold you. You just need to allow it. Now focus on your breath. We'll practice our full yogic breath here as we do every time we're in Savasana, beginning the inhale in the belly. Let the belly expand up towards the sky. Keep inhaling to the center of the chest so it expands outward. Then keep inhaling to the top of the lungs. The collarbone will lift just a little bit. As you exhale, you're going to reverse that. So at the end of the exhale, the belly comes all the way into the spine to empty the lungs completely. So it's a slow 3 counts in, belly, middle chest, upper chest, and a slow 3 counts out. Let all your attention be on the breath here. Slowing it down, we're learning to control the breath now after the effort of the leg work and standing. We're now going to control the breath, slow it down. Now go ahead and bring the feet hip width apart. Go ahead and bend the right knee, hug it into the belly here. And bring your nose up towards your knee. A couple of breaths here in your ascending colon, asana. Breathe fully here. Then release your head. Stretch your right arm out, straight out from the shoulder. Palm is up, pinky and finger, little finger on the earth. We're going to bring our right knee over to the left side of the body using our left hand. You're going to keep the right shoulder down, the right hand firmly anchored. Maybe the knee doesn't come all the way over today. More important, you keep the shoulder open, the heart open. You can look gently to that right hand and then close your eyes. Just let your breath move all the way up to the right lung, fill it completely. Let gravity in your breath allow this asana to soften through the lower back and the hip, allowing the knee to come closer to the mat, closer to the earth. Full deep breath. Go ahead and bring the knee back now. And then let's stretch that leg long. Stretch the knee long, bringing your toes toward your face and your heels straight up. A little more hamstring love. You can use your fingers, just massage gently along the back of that thigh, just encouraging that hamstring. Let go, soften a bit. And place your hands on the earth. And you're slowly going to lower that leg all the way back down to the earth. Pause here, notice. Full yogic breath in and out. And go ahead and bring your left knee into your belly. Use your fingers clasped around your shin to hug it in close, and then bring your nose up towards your knee. This is stimulating your descending colon, so close your eyes, take your breath there. Wherever you think that is, breathe there fully. Lower the head, stretch your left arm out, straight out from the shoulder, and then keep your palm open and bring your left knee over to the right side. You can look gently over at that left hand and close your eyes. Let the shoulder stay firmly anchored as you let that left knee come over to the right, any amount. And then take your breath to soften where you're feeling any stickiness is keeping that knee from coming all the way over to the floor. Just breathe in that, never with judgment, just allowing the body to soften and open. Big full breath here. And go ahead and bring the knee back. Oh, let's stretch the leg long now. Toes towards your face, heel up, and then a gentle massage. Lots of love to the back of your thigh. Allowing it to soften. Take your breath there. Your inhales, close your eyes with your inhales. Find where you feel that tension. Exhale it out. Anytime you want to open your mouth and encourage that tension out of the body, using your attention, your intention, and your visualization. Very powerful. Place your hands on the earth. Slowly lower that leg all the way back down. Now let's go ahead and bring both knees in and stretch your legs up nice and tall, both of them up. And do some restorative abs here. So bring and some leg work. So go ahead and, because we're still focused on the legs, right? Muladhara chakra governs our legs and our feet. Clasp your hands behind your head. Open your legs fairly wide. As you're going to take a big inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring your legs together and bring your elbows up towards your knees. Inhale, open and release the head down. Exhale, lift the elbows, close the legs. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. 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 Keep going. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Little double whammy. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Core and legs. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Couple more. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Beautiful. Go ahead and bend both knees. You can hug them into your belly. This is stimulating your transverse colon. So you can bring your nose up towards your knees if you wish, or you can leave it on the earth. Either way, you're stimulating your transverse colon. You rock from side to side a little bit. Release any tension in that lower back. All right, go ahead and stretch back out to Savasana for one full yogic breath here. And let's go ahead and find our block. We're going to come into a supported Sarvagasana, the shoulder stand. Let's go ahead and bend your knees, put your feet flat on the earth, and go ahead and lift up your sacrum, place the block underneath there, settle your sacrum down so it's comfortable. Take your shoulders, you want to kind of tuck them underneath your chest a little bit with your arms along the block, and then bend your knee, lift your feet off the floor, and take your legs straight up. So this is a restorative pose. Again, we're focusing on Muladhara, the chakra in the base of the body, but we always work through all the chakras here in Purnanda yoga. So close your eyes and allow all the energy to come up into the throat here, the throat chakra of Vishuddha. Really connects our heart to our head, allows us to be humble. Make sure the back of your head is firmly connected to the earth so your throat is open a bit. Your toes are completely relaxed. Your eyes are closed. You're really staying present. So you can feel the energy in the body here. Feel what it feels like to get your heart up above your hips. Very restorative. Kicks in your parasympathetic nervous system. Your relaxed response. Slowing it all down. Make sure your breath is full and deep here. You're staying present with every breath. You feel the energy up in the upper chest and the throat. Let's go ahead and release our feet back to the earth. Just pause here for just a moment. Allowing things to settle. Now lift your hips up and take the block out. Now let your sacrum settle back to the earth. Now we're going to move into the bridge, Tadasana. So go ahead and take your block and we're going to place it in between our thighs. Your heels should be right up under your knees, and go ahead and lift the toes and the other part of your feet off. So only the heels are down right now. And I want you to squeeze the block a little bit. And I want you to feel the tush release. No tension in your tush at all. So we're going to move through the bridge with no tension in the tush. It's going to take concentration, being really aware of the body. So feel the heels grounded and start to lift the hips up, but don't any tension in the tush, no tension in the tush. You're taking your shoulders are still tucked underneath and you're going to keep lifting up, no tension in the tush. So the heels are the only thing connected on the feet. The toes are off, the other part of the feet are off. You're holding the block. There's no tension in the tush. Keep lifting. If you start to feel tension in the tush, stop, wiggle it, loosen it up, no tension in the tush. What is it taking to lift your hips up with no tension in your tush? Keep those, just the heels on the earth for the feet. Keep lifting up. When you can't come any further, just pause here. Release that tush and feel your legs. Feel your core. Feel what's keeping you lifting. Maybe you can come up a little more, tucking those shoulders a little, maybe clasp the hands underneath. Release the tush. Come up a little more. Release the tush. Breathe fully. Find your breath. Open your throat. Lift up a little more. Release that tush. You're squeezing the block just a little bit, right? The heels are grounded. That combination is allowing you to release the tush and lift up with your legs and your core. Big full breath. You're opening your heart here too. Beautiful asana. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And then let's release the hands if they were clasped. Roll one vertebrae at a time down, and you release your toes. Release those toes as you bring your spine down, and then release your sacrum down. Beautiful work. Take the block out. Take your feet pretty wide apart right now and let the knees fall together. And then one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Just notice. Practice your full yogic breath, breathing the belly and all the way up to the top of the lungs with every inhale. And just notice how the body is feeling. Let's go ahead and stretch yourself out to Savasana. Full yogic breath here now. Let everything let go. You know the drill. Scan toes to top of head and release it all. The earth will hold you. Let the whole back body sink into this warm, red earth energy. Secure, solid, grounded. Thank you for your spine. A gentle stretch, arms up over your heads. Gentle stretch. And you're going to roll onto your right side and all the way onto your belly. So make a pillow with your hands. You're going to put one cheek on your pillow. And bring your big toes together and your heels apart. Wiggle your tush a little bit so you can settle into the earth energy now with your whole front body. Close your eyes. Practice a couple of full yogic breaths here on your belly. And notice it gives your spine a little massage as you take that full yogic breath. We're going to move into the very traditional Savasana locust. Go ahead, you're going to tuck your arms underneath the body with the palms down. Right there, that may be a little painful for some because we tend to have problems in our wrists and our elbows. And so this is going to be a really valuable asana for those joints. So your palms are down on the mat and your elbows are tucked underneath the body as much as it can. Your chin's on the earth. Take a big inhale and lift that right leg straight up. Point the toes. You want to relieve no tension in that left leg. You're not helping this lift. A couple breaths here, long breaths here. Lifting that right leg only. Exhale that down. Now exhale the left leg up. No help from that right leg. Okay. Just lift the left leg and breathe. Make sure you're breathing. And then go ahead and release that left leg down. Now, adjust those hands underneath a little bit. You want to make sure that both palms are down. You know what's coming. We're going to take a big inhale and we're going to exhale both legs up. Any amount. Lift them up. It's going to hurt your elbows. Yep. Keep lifting. Keep breathing. Keep lifting. Keep breathing. And then release it down. Now, gently take the arms out. Go ahead and shake them a little bit. Moving those wrists and elbows. And then you can take a pillow again if that feels good, or maybe stretch them out. So what we've done is just put tourniquets on our joints. So we stop the blood from flowing in those joints. And then when we released it, it's like a flow of blood that flows, refreshes the joints, removes all the toxins from the joints. So settle in with your pillow. Move the hips from side to side, big toes together, and just breathe now. So we did some wonderful things for our elbows and wrists, and also we strengthened through those legs again, through the Muladhara chakra, always balancing and opening this chakra, allowing us to really connect to the earth energy through those legs and feet. Steady your breath here. Go ahead now and push yourself to all fours. We're going to come to our Pranayama, our forward bend with wide legs. So still focusing on our legs. So we're really focusing on the base of the body, the legs and the feet today as we move through our asanas to balance this Muladhara chakra. So go ahead and wide stance with our legs. Go ahead and get settled here. Your toes are straight up, back up. So you can see those straight up with your toes. Good. Now we're going to come into some side stretching as well as we stretch in the inner thighs here. So just take your right hand on your thighs somewhere. It doesn't have to be anywhere particular. And just start off gently with a gentle side twist. You're not trying to get anywhere here. Just an opening of the side body, opening the heart a little. If you want, if it feels good, you can have your elbow on your knee or your thigh and just hold your head gently, just allowing it to settle on your hand. If you want to go a little further, if you can, keeping the integrity of the pose, meaning this left hip sitting bone has to stay on the ground. Maybe you can settle that right elbow on the inside of that thigh and reach over toes. That's not necessary, and certainly not to compromise the pose. Keep that left hip down so you can come back to where you were at the beginning. We can try a little bit, just see how it goes. Wherever you are, you're breathing fully into this left side body, allowing it to open completely. Big full breath, close your eyes, feel it. Toes are straight up. No tension in your neck wherever your head is. And now inhale, lift it back up. And just sit tall now in your center. Close your eyes. Feel the difference between the right and left side of the body. Now let's do the other side so we can balance that out. So again, start simply just reaching over towards that left foot with your right arm. Opening the heart, keeping both hips on the mat, firmly connected to the earth. And if you want to go rest the head in the hand, that always feels good. If you want to try a little further where you release that elbow to the earth and reach both arms for the foot, that's possible too, but keep those hips down. Release the neck completely. Breathe fully, especially into the intercostal muscles in between each rib on that right side. Allow them to open. Big, full breath. And inhale yourself back up. Sit tall now. Close your eyes. Notice your breath. Can you breathe a little fuller? Now let's go ahead and take our hands forward any amount. Again, you're keeping both sitting bones down as you do this. This is going to open through the inner legs a little more. We've got a lot of work on those inner thighs today. So any amount forward, but the hips stay down, the toes stay up. When you've gotten as far as you want to go, you can go ahead and drop the head. Drop the head, let the neck release. So we're really connecting our feet and our legs, the base of our spine into the earth energy here and throughout class, allowing us to balance and open this Muladhara chakra. So when we do that, we cultivate the qualities of groundedness, of connection to the earth and to the natural world, and all its abundance, all of its abundance. So just allow yourself to connect to that. Breathe it in. The abundance which is yours through the connection to the earth. Breathe it in. And go ahead and walk yourself back up. So we can sit tall here for a moment. Probably want to bring those legs together, so help them together. Go ahead and bring your knees together. Give yourself a big hug here. So nice and tall, nice tall spine. And then we're going to come into a squat just to make our way to a standing pose. So let's go ahead and have the feet about hip width or more. Toes can be turned out. If you need to place a blanket underneath your heels, if they're not settling down, go ahead and do that. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Your elbows on the inside of your knees or thighs. You're lifting up out of your pelvis, tall spine. Crown of your head lifting, closing your eyes, bowing to your heart. Big full breath. Malasana. And let's go ahead and release our hands. We're going to come into a forward bend as a safe way of coming up to a standing pose. So bend the knees a little bit. Uncurl one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up to Tadasana. Then we're going to turn our Tadasana to the short side of the mat. We're going to come into Virabhadrasana 1 and then tree today for strong standing poses in our feet. So warrior 1. So to come into warrior 1, we're going to stand into Tadasana, feet hip width apart, step our right foot back. You're going to take it back quite a ways because as we bend into our warrior, your right toes are turned out just a little bit, Your feet are hip width apart or more. That's going to give you the stability you need. Hips are pointing towards the short side of your mat, and you're going to bend into that left knee. Bend into the left knee. You're trying to get the thigh parallel, but most importantly, do not let the knee go in front of that ankle. Good. Hips are square. Tuck your tailbone now. Both feet are firmly grounded. Take your arms up. Let the heart open. You're reaching your fingertips up, but not your shoulders. Keep those shoulders down. Engage the core, tuck your tailbone, and stand tall here. Ground those feet. Feel your feet grounding in the earth. Feel the energy and the strength in your legs. Open your heart. Steady your breath. Go ahead and release your arms, and you're going to step back to Tadasana, into those feet together. So standing tall here, we're going to come right into tree on that side. So stand firmly on your left leg. Find a steady gazing point. That's important for your balance, and engage your core and bring your right foot off the mat. Any amount. You can leave the toes connected to the mat and just have the foot on the ankle. You can bring the foot up to the shin or all the way up to the inner thigh, just not at the knee. Bring your foot to one of those places. Bring your palms together. Steady that gaze, steady your breath, steady your mind. That'll be your balance. Then grow your arms up, growing your limbs. Nice steady breath here. Tuck the tailbone always, protects your lower back. Engage the core always. Quiet the mind always. Big, full, steady breath. Balancing some days is easy, some days it just doesn't work. Just be okay with exactly what's happening. Just we're practicing. Come back and try again. Bring your hands back to your heart. Bring your foot back to the earth. Let that go. Go ahead and step your left foot to the back of the mat now. Doing warrior one on the other side. So a pretty wide stance. Again, the toes are turned in a little bit on the left, and your feet are at least hip width apart. That'll give you that balance you need. Hips are square to the front, bend into that right knee. Beautiful. The knee is right above the ankle, not in front of it. Take the arms up and now engage the core. Tuck the tailbone in, open the heart, shoulders away from those ears, fingertips stretching tall, and breathe. Your heart is open. Your feet are firmly grounded. You're breathing. Steady, full breath. Maybe sink down a little more. Firm connection with those feet. Strong back leg. Strong core. Big, full breath. And release the arms. You can come back to Tadasana. Stand tall for a moment here. Face this way this time. So you can see as we come into the tree, I want you to lift the left foot up. It can stay, you can have your toes connected there if your balance just isn't working today. Sometimes it doesn't, right? Or you can bring it up on the shin or all the way up to the inner thigh, but not at the knee. Not at the knee. Find that gaze point, engage your hands together in front of your heart. When you're ready, you can grow nice and tall. Steady that gaze. Steady your breath. Oh, smile, it's all good. Hands come back to your heart and then step back to the earth, back to your Tadasana. Beautiful work. Balancing is such a great way of quieting your mind. Go ahead and release your hands down to Tadasana. Let's stand tall here for a moment. Big full breath. Breathing in your wholeness. Breathing in your strength. Feel that connection of your feet to the earth. Breathing in your peace. Let's find our way down to our mat. For final Savasana, so as you come down, let's settle in as quickly as you can with your feet as wide apart as the mat. Palms are up. Go ahead and close your eyes. Wiggle your heels down away from your hips. Let that lower back lengthen a little bit. Go ahead and wiggle the hips from side to side. Let them settle down. Lift the shoulder blades up a little and then let them connect to the earth firmly to support your big open heart. Palms are open. Roll the head from side to side. Let everything settle into this earth energy now, filled with abundance, connection to that solid earth energy. It's warm, it's inviting. Just settle into that. Let go of the breath. Now relax the toes. The toes are relaxed. Relax the feet, the ankles, the calves, the shins. Feet, ankles, calves, and shins are relaxed. Relax the knees, the thighs, the hips, the pelvis. The knees, thighs, hips, and pelvis are relaxed. Relax the abdomen, the chest. The abdomen, the chest are relaxed. Relax the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, the entire spine. The whole back is relaxed. Relax the hands and the arms and the shoulders. The hands, arms, shoulders are relaxed. Relax the neck, the throat. The neck and the throat are relaxed. Relax the jaw, the tongue, the lips, the cheeks, the ears, nose, eyes, eyebrows, forehead. The whole face is relaxed. Relax the heart, relax the lungs, relax the stomach, the intestines, the kidneys, the liver, the pancreas, the brain. All the internal organs are relaxed, and the whole body now is completely relaxed. Now quiet the mind, let it be still. It's like a very deep lake with no ripples, no currents. There are no thoughts. The mind is completely still. Slowly bring your awareness back to your body, back to your breath. You start to wiggle your fingers and your toes and gently move your arms and your legs. Give your body a nice gentle stretch with your arms above your head. Now stretching fingers and toes long. And then bend your knees. Hug them into your belly. Give yourself a big loving hug here. Then roll gently onto your right side. Let your head be cradled in your arms. Take a breath or two here. You want to push yourself up to a seat. Take an intentional seat again. And as we finish class, let's go ahead and bring our palms together in front of our heart. Bowing our head to our heart now and bringing A lot of gratitude to yourself right now for showing up for this practice of opening and getting to know your root chakra, Muladhara. Hopefully, leaving now with a better sense of security and safety and a sense of belonging. Trust the abundance of the universe. It has an abundance of love, of joy, of peace, of security. And trust your worthiness to receive it. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Have a beautiful day.